Hi guys, today we are going to create in Adobe Premiere this bubble chart here. So I'm gonna show you step by step how I created this kind of charts which are ready to be published on your social network like LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, whatever you like. So let's start and let's jump into Premiere immediately. Okay, so first we create a new sequence. We're going to create a square one, it's okay. Now we open that story maker. So here on top you have the preview, so it's easy, you can take it whatever time you want the preview. You have this nice bar here, and below you can choose all the type of charts that we have. So today we're going to create a standard chart, well, not really very standard, but it's not a racing chart, we'll stay here. It's a standard chart, and it's called Bubble Squeeze, which is this one. See this. So let's select this. You already have here a preview. You will understand more or less what it's doing. So you have bubbles coming on screen. There are some force which make them together, and they are squeezing each other, finally finding a final position which is nice to see. So you have already an example uploaded here, so you can already start playing with that. But we do have our CSV file which I've put here, and qualified teams, and we have the list of all the qualified teams for the FIFA World Cup finals. You see that there are many more balls coming around the screen. So we have the possibility to the size of the bubble is clearly proportional to the value of each country, and the value is, in this case, the value of the players, the total value, market value of the players for each team. We can first of all we will add all the images. But this will be the flags, in this case, flags of the countries. There are a lot, so maybe I will speed up, and then we will work some adaptation, some customization on the font sizes. So first of all, let's add all the country flags, and let's start with France. Okay, I have all of them in here, in no, not here, I think it's here, yes, flag circles. Okay, France, and here we go. You see that we have the flag for France, England, and last but not least, Qatar. Okay, we have all the flags here, so we can see what's going to happen here. You will see here they are coming on the screen with the label written over. So you cannot really read the label. So what we're going to do now is to personalize the chart. Okay, first of all, we've chosen the square format in the sequence. So in the formats, we're going to select the square. And voila, we have it already there. We will need to add a title. So let's write something. Now I don't know if this will be the final the final version of the title, market value, my team, FIFA World Cup 2026. Okay. Oh, the duration of the animation, let's say, I don't know, 15 seconds for the moment. Then we go, you can modify the padding if you want it to take more place, but normally, yeah, like that should be okay. So you can modify the font of the title, the font of the labels here, and the font of the values, which are not shown yet, because you can select here on the bottom to show the values as well. But in this case, we need to show the values because that's the whole point of the showing the market value. You can hide the labels. We have the flags, but I don't think that everybody knows each and every flag in the world, so I will leave the name there. And we can also put a background to have something more readable. Let's keep it like that for the moment. So now we can add a prefix to the value. In this case, we are going to say it dollars. We can change the color of the value. You see that now we have here. I'm gonna select in this case the impact font. No need for bold, and we can make even bigger or smaller. In this case, it's automatically limited by the size of the bubble, so you cannot really exceed the bubble size. So well, let's keep it 100, and then let's add the let's change the color to white for the label as well. Let's select I don't know, either something very large like the Arial black, and maybe I don't know, a little bit maybe a gray, just not to put the same color. Or maybe let's see what happens if we use the same font. Okay, but let's keep it like that for the moment. And for the title, we put Arial black, maybe a little bit darker. Okay, nice. Now what we can do is we can add our logo. So I do have a logo here which I use on my videos, and it's here, this one. Normally it appears on the top left, top right, you can change it. Let's put it at the bottom right this time, where there is space, and let's add the text background. Let me see if I don't remember if it's yeah, we can also use something like that, a darker with a darker color for the label, with a whiter with a clear lighter background, and the value like that. Ta-da! And now we can see how the animation is going to happen. We can choose to, at this point, we can run the export. So what we're gonna do is we can move this to make it smaller here if you want. So we go to the point and the timeline where we want to add the animation, and we just click on generate. So we set 15 seconds, if I remember correctly. Okay, So generate chart animation. Okay, now as we are exporting as a sequence of PNG files, we can also have a background opacity so that we can add our own background once the render has been done. Here we can add, for instance, a background of soccer players or something. So let's do it. So let's keep the background to let me make it smaller like that. Okay, to transparent and generate a chart animation. And now we are going to wait a little bit, not much, depending on the duration and on the number of images that we have on the chart. It can take between 3-4 seconds to 30-40 seconds. Now here we go, generated. Now it's importing inside the sequence, and here we have it. So if we go push here, you see that we have our animation, and that's it. Nice. Yeah, now we can add some. I already downloaded a nice background loop. So what you can do is put this on the layer above. Oh, sorry, and we can take it this here. Let's see. And this is very nice, very nice. I think we can. It's a little bit too much. So what we can do, we can make this lighter. So let me put this on the other screen. Well, what we can do is to add an effect, a video effect, color correction, brightness to the background, and we can make it brighter. And maybe less contrast. We don't want the background to be the first thing that we can see. And then let's make this like that. So honestly, I don't know. Thing is that I put the background. Probably I would prefer the title with a white title. So whatever we can do, I mean, that's no problem. We can just go back to our data story maker, and we can make the color of the title very white. But you can put the colors. If you have company colors, you can use yours. So let's put it like easily white. It's a totally transparent background. So let's recreate. Maybe we can just. I don't remember. Yeah, maybe a little bit faster. No need for all this. Okay, generate chart animation. So let's put it here, and let's wait some more seconds for the PNG sequence to be created and be imported here. So let's move it above, and let's see what happens when we move this here. And then at this point, I don't want it to be really so bright. I can put less brightness, even like that. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. I think I like this. I like it anyway. Okay. The problem now is that the logo, we don't see the logo here. We don't see the logo because it's black. It's black, 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 black. Black and black. So what we can do, either we leave it here or we can modify. What was this? The brightness. Because that's not made for the black. Hopefully this can be even stay like that. I don't really. Contrast a little bit less than the foreground. And then we need to have this logo in a better shape. What we can do is either to add we could add was simply in this case I don't want to regenerate with the white logo now, so what I can do is to put some rectangle like that and put the video above and put the make the rectangle, if we make it whatever white like that. Okay, that's it. So what's happening here is that we have our animation coming up. And that's it. And here we have our video prepared. What we can also do now is we have this shape, maybe as I prefer to have symmetric things around. I'm gonna do something like that. I'm gonna move this up. Like that. And I'm gonna make it this is darker like that, so that we have something similar on the bottom and on the top. Yep. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I think that's good enough, as they say. Maybe a little bit of blur, huh? Maybe a little bit of blur on the background. So, yeah, let me select the background. Let me add a little bit of blur, because, yeah, I think, sorry, blur is here. Gaussian blur, not too much, because we need to see what's going on, like 3. So we see that there is something behind, but not too much. Okay. And let's see it once more. Okay, I think I like it. Just for this demo. So we can delete this one, which is just the black title. Now that I think of it, what happens if we take this, we make a copy of this, we make a copy of this as well. I think I deleted it here. So go back here and we look at this, and instead of having shape 2 like that, we can use the same. Oh, I did something wrong here. Hopefully I did not fuck everything. Okay, like that. And like this, I'm gonna select the, this one, and then I'm going to select this one. I'm gonna put white, and like so. I think it's not white, the other. So I'm gonna put white for the other as well, just for our demo. And what is it like here? Maybe I like it more, yeah, with both white. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I prefer this version as well. Okay. Good. I think we have it. Yeah, we will need to adapt the length here. Actually, as nothing is happening here, we can just make it shorter like that. Okay. I think I like it. And now we can, we don't need this one anymore. Let's get rid of it. And we can export our nice creation. Yeah, me might want to add some music or not. No, we don't need music on this one. Oh yes, do we? Adding music is always difficult, because what takes. Let's do this. I think we'll just render without music this time. Well, that's it today, guys. I think you enjoyed my 10 minutes playing with the Data Story Maker. Well, like that you can do really a lot. There are so many charts. I'm adding more charts every month. So you can test the Data Story Maker with the free version. You will only have the bar column chart and the pie chart, the donut chart in the free version, but you can play. You can do some nice things with that as well. And otherwise you have you see racing bar charts, racing lines, racing bubbles, crazy bubbles. Now you can also have maps, animations like that, and you have also counters and in all forms. So thank you very much and see you soon, guys. Bye.